Hi guys, I'm Terry and I'm on a low carb diet. I don't know about you guys who've tried the diet if you get bored of what you're eating, but I definitely do. I love the stuff that I can eat, meat and vegetables and all that, but sometimes you just need something more exciting to spice it up, something really, really good. Feel like you're cheating almost. So I have a recipe for pesto that I like to make when I'm really feeling like something good. Typically, when I wasn't on low carb, I would put it on pasta or rice. But tonight, I'm going to try it on cauliflower because it's a very mild tasting vegetable and I think that it'll suit really well. You could put it on other vegetables as well. I'm going to show you how to make it. Firstly, here I have a cup of fresh basil from my garden and a quarter cup of Parmesan, quarter cup of walnuts, and a sixth of a cup of olive oil. The original recipe was doubled, so I just filled a third of a cup about halfway so that you guys can get an idea of how much olive oil to use. And it calls for a clove of garlic, but I'm kind of a garlic fiend, so I do add a little bit more garlic. That is up to you if you would like to do that. Honestly, I have no problem having garlic breath after I eat. It's so worth it. In fact, later, I like that it reminds me of how good dinner was. So, here we go. It's super easy. Once you have all this, if you have a food processor, just dump it all in. Now the basil, this is the small leaf basil. I don't know what it's called, but the larger leaf basil is easier to get off the stems. So you do end up with stems either way, but I just took the big ones out. So that will be fine because it's just going to get chopped up. So then you put in the Parmesan. And now the walnuts is an option. The recipe calls for pine nuts. I use walnuts usually because pine nuts are expensive. So it's kind of a substitute. It's very similar in texture and taste as pine nuts. The walnuts are very good as well. So if you can get your hands on some inexpensive pine nuts, do so. Here is the garlic and the olive oil. Then it really only takes a few seconds. So I use the pulse function of my food processor and just give it a few zaps. Push the stuff around the sides kind of back in there. Just to make sure we don't end up with big chunks. I do like it a little bit chunky. It's kind of good. All right, I think we got the texture down. There you are, fresh pesto. You can get basil at the store too, but it is not the same as with fresh pesto. It's so good when it's fresh. Another thing that's really good to put it on is just put it on some chicken or even fish, a mild, anything. It doesn't even have to be mild because it's a very strong tasting thing. I have met people that it's too strong for, but the people that love it swear by it. Another thing I like to put it on particularly is some stuffed chicken breasts that I like to make. I will actually post another video here in a while on how to make those stuffed chicken breasts, but they do call for some pesto. So I'll usually make those with something else that I'm putting pesto on. In this case, it'll probably be cauliflower again. I may try another vegetable and I'll tell you guys about that. But for now, here is the long and the short of how to make pesto. Thanks for watching.